This is David Faustino from a bunch of stuff. You're listening to the Cinescape on Toxic Radio. Whoop, whoop.
Welcome to the Cinescape Podcast, where we're changing the landscape of movie and TV news and reviews. Happy 2018, everybody. This is our first show in the brand new year. Thank you all for tuning in today. My name is Sean Harrigan, joined always by Bill Rowdy Tazzy.
No.
No?
No.
Who are you today?
I'm not here today.
All right, then. Who is this sitting in Bill's seat?
This is Juan Carlo.
Juan Carlo. Stepping
okay.
in today.
Juan Carlo Perez. I'm supposed to be valeting right now, but I'm not.
Well, you know...
He's taking a break from the other job just to join us here. Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty
must
much.
be it.
Yeah.
You know, Donald Trump could shut down the government, but he couldn't shut us down
Listen,
today.
he's still a great guy. He's passing lots of wonderful, magnificent, fantastic legislation. It's great.
Also joining us today behind the production booth is our esteemed producer, Jamie. What's up, Jamie?
Not much. It's been a busy week, pulling a lot of overtime, and I actually had to work this morning. I didn't get done until 3 o'clock this afternoon, and I'm kind of beat.
Yeah.
So.
Good for you.
Well, you know, we do
Thanks for the sympathy. I appreciate
no
it.
problem.
You know, the Donald, you know, listen, it's my duty. I said duty.
Nah.
He said booty.
It's my duty to let my fellow Americans know about important things as they happen. And, you know, Melania and I are very excited for this news. I wanna let everyone know, yes, out there in Toxic Land, Cinescapers, listen, I wanna, no, not right now. Okay, we are moving back to DEFCON 3. Listen, this information from Vladimir Putin and China. Listen, they have reneged on this information, so I'm not going to bring it to you right now. But let me tell you, it's huge. It's huge news.
I think next show we can break this news. So make sure you stay tuned.
It'll be
2
water.
weeks' time.
It'll be water breaking.
Yeah, it's gonna be something like that.
It'll be huge.
As we're getting in today's show, we want to let you guys know that we are brought to you today by Alternate Dimension Toys. Stop in today for the largest collection of toys, collectibles, and Funko Pop figures. Check out Andy's shop up in Newtown, PA for all of your Funko Pop.
Who would have thought? Figures.
All right, well, as we're about to get in today's show,
Let's get into it.
We have lots of TV news. We
Like
have lots
6 inches
of movie
into it.
news. But, Bill, first thing that we're actually going to do today...
Anal?
Yes, anal. Well, that's going to be the second thing. But as we are in a brand new year, there's a lot of movies coming out this year that were not out last year.
Right.
So we're
That's what happens year to year.
Yeah, we're going to talk...
Movies come out.
Yeah,
you know, in the
movies
year.
come out in the year, and then new ones come out the next year.
Right.
So we're in right now that next year.
And then sometimes you get continuation of movies that came out last year, and you know they have something to do with the movie that came out prior, but it's a follow up.
Okay.
And you know,
Wow.
yeah, wow. It's like a sequel.
Well, as we continue this prior continuation here, we're actually going to talk about some of our most anticipated movies that are coming out this year that is a sequel to last year's prequel, the continuation of that. So with that, Bill, I'm gonna rifle off a list of joint movies that not like about joints.
Yeah, smoke a joint.
There's
man,
no joints
or-
like in these movies.
Yeah.
But ones that we had agreed upon or disagreed upon that we're looking forward to. No particular order here.
Yeah.
But let's start going through the first one that we both have on our list here. Avengers: Infinity War, coming out in May.
I heard that's gonna be like a pretty
It's a low key movie.
Yeah,
right?
it's gonna be a documentary. I heard.
Oh.
It's
They
about
changed
this,
it up.
Yeah, it's about this war that never ends. It goes on for infinity.
Huh.
Right?
Well,
No, wait.
no,
That's not.
That's not
Something
what
else
it
I'm
is.
thinking about. Hey, you're way off.
Yeah. So, Avengers: Infinity War coming out in May. Chris Hemsworth the other day came out and said that there is, I believe, like 76 cast members attached to this film. It is the penultimate film in the current MCU.
I like that
That's
word.
a great word,
It's a
isn't
great
it?
word.
It's not the last; it's the second to
Right.
last.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's the penultimate phase. What were we in? 3 still? Phase 3 film.
Phase 3.
Avengers and they changed the title of Infinity War Part 2. We don't know what that's going to be titled as of right now. But this is the culmination of everything that's come before.
Yeah.
How are you feeling going into Infinity War?
If this were a pizza, it'd be the works.
It's
Because it's
that's a
got
good analogy.
it's got everything going on, on it, in it.
Say what?
Yeah, and this movie's gonna fucking kick ass.
I mean,
and if
we
it
could
doesn't,
we could go on and speculate about
Right.
Who's going to show up where, what's going to happen,
Yeah.
what Infinity Stones is Thanos going to have in the gauntlet.
what's gonna happen next in
We're
the
actually
movie?
going to return to the nerdery with our calculators later, but
Okay.
I think this movie is going to break $2 billion box office worldwide
$1
this year.
million.
It's going to be the highest rated or the highest grossing film of the year. That is also a prediction of mine, and I think you're going to see a lot of Avengers kick the bucket in this installment.
Is that your prediction?
That is my
Avengers.
my stone cold lead pipe
Avengers
locks here.
dead, huh?
I think it's a minimum of 3 Avengers dying, with a much big overhead.
You think
I guess
there's
you
going to
could
be
say.
the funeral procession with the little orange stickers on the car? Like Tony Stark's going to be flying the Iron Man suit, and he's going to have like the little funeral sticker.
Oh,
All
man,
right, well,
thanks for taking the
there
booze
goes
away, Mike.
There goes Mike
I mean,
Frank.
you could leave us more. You could pour us another shot before you go.
Franco Corolla.
Yeah.
Amanda's probably like, "Come on home. I want the dick right now. Come on. I want my fiance's penis right now." And you're like, "Okay, honey.
Oh my god.
Okay, honey. Let me just talk to the boys real quick, and then I'll be over, and I'll pump and dump."
Bill, getting back to what you were saying about the
Yeah.
funeral
Right.
procession here. I definitely think you're gonna have.
Pour one for Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie needs one.
He's sad over there.
Look at his glass; it's so empty over there.
It's so empty and sad.
Oh no!
Aw.
Mike is pouring producer Jamie a shot of Fireball.
Jug Handle Jones over there.
Ooh, I like it.
Hey. All right.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks,
Everyone,
Mike.
everyone say thank you to Mike.
Sharing is caring, Mike. Thank you.
Hi, honey.
See you next time.
Hi, honey.
But I think getting back, we're definitely going to see Avengers die.
Dead.
It's going to be heartbreaking because I don't think it's just going to be.
Heartbreaker.
It's not going to be like. It's not going to be Black Widow and Hawkeye, like people you don't really care about. It's going to be heavy hitters. It's going to be some of the primetime players. And it's-
Primetime players like Hawkeye and.
No, I just said not Hawkeye.
Oh no, Jamie's got this thing sitting on his lips like we're holding him up.
It's so good.
Salute.
It looks so good.
Salute to Hawkeye.
Good stuff.
But yeah, we are 4 months out, less than 4 months actually. Beginning of May, it's coming out. So
Heartbreaker.
We are-
Heartbreaker.
waiting on bated breath with that one.
Bated breath.
Bated breath.
What's that mean?
No, I don't want to delete this track.
Is
Jamie.
that like dick breath?
No,
Oh.
it's like you're waiting.
Oh.
waiting, like holding your breath.
Oh.
All right, let's continue down this list, Bill. Another one that we both
more you know.
are anxiously looking forward to. The follow-up to Ant-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yes.
Bill, earlier this week we got a set photo of Ant-Man and the Wasp in full costume. There's been a little bit of backlash.
You got a different picture than I got. I mean, mine were full nudes.
Oh, I didn't get that one.
Yeah, I mean, full nudes, no costumes.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, both are in peak physical condition for their age, I must say.
Yeah, well, I didn't get that one.
He's got the V going on.
Yeah. So an interesting thing about their costumes is the way that it's cut, like down their midsection for like from the chest down.
Right, like here.
The costume is actually in the shape of the insect that they represent. So there's like an actual ant head on Ant-Man's chest, and there's like an actual
It's like a
wasp head
Planet
on the one's
Earth
chest.
or something.
Yeah.
Little Planet Earth.
You know,
BBC
coincidentally, they're
series.
doing a second season of Blue Planet.
Ooh.
That's going to be.
Have you watched any of the new Planet Earth? That's
I watched. There was like
BBC?
8 episodes. It was great.
Don't you love that shit? I mean,
Especially,
there's
the way
nothing-
the way the TVs are now at the HD, it's just incredible. You feel like you're there.
right? And I mean, there's nothing better than, there's nothing on TV at like 12:30 at night. You turn on BBC, and
A different kind of BBC than what you'd be putting on
Yeah,
at that
you got
time
it.
of night.
you got your one hand on the remote, the other hand in your pants,
Yeah.
and you're watching salamanders in the mighty Amazon, and
Oh, Billy.
and that's where it ends.
Yes.
Well, we're going to stick with the animal theme here with
Right.
the Planet Earth because,
Right.
Bill, in just under a month now, actually 4 days short of a calendar month, Black Panther is hitting.
Hey!
Black Panther. Now, that is clearly not a panther, but it's the only animal noise that I had on my board here. Bill, we got our tickets, our group. We got our tickets for the February 15th night before showing of Black Panther. AMC, Dolby, Cinema. We're anxiously awaiting this one. With every trailer, TV spot, little promo that's come out, and after seeing T'Challa in Captain America: Civil War, this movie is going to be, I think, a lot different from anything that we've seen in the MCU to date, in a refreshing way. I don't expect the shitty humor that we got in Guardians 2 or Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be.
I hope not.
I think it's going to be in the vein of Civil War, or maybe even Winter Soldier in like the spy covert kind of sense.
Yeah.
But with a lot more of the the background and the mysticism of Wakanda and what it is to be the Black Panther.
Wakanda.
Yeah. So I really think this, if Infinity War weren't coming out this year, I would say this would be the best, my anticipated best superhero movie of the year.
And that's that's something to think about. When we go see Black Panther, and then we have Infinity Wars just a few months after. I hope things don't get washed away. In that manner. I'm not gonna go too much farther than that because I don't want to.
In the middle of your Black Panther party.
Yeah, the Black Panther party. Sorry. But yeah, I'm excited for Black Panther, and I just hope each movie stands on their own 2 feet and gives me what I expect. So yeah, come on, Marvel.
Yeah, so we will be doing our full review, not next show, but the show after.
Naked.
Possibly naked. So if you're watching on
Possibly
Facebook
definitely
Live,
naked.
possibly, most likely, definitely
Jamie?
naked.
Nah.
Well, Jamie doesn't have a camera on him, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
we will be in the buff for that one.
I will be in the nude.
And I'll be sitting here with dark glasses so I can't see a damn thing.
Yeah, right.
And that's the last thing I want to see right now is you two in the
Look at
nude.
him! Look at him peeking in between those fingers. He's like,
Yeah, he's one of these.
It's pretty stout over there.
See, he's got one of those toilet cams. He's got it underneath the table, looking at her crotches the whole time. Moving on down the list.
Moving on.
Remember, here at Toxic Radio, that's not illegal.
That's fine. I mean, if you want to look at my dick, that's fine.
Play it safe. Play it toxic.
That's right. Moving on down our list, I have. This is one that Bill does not have on this list, but I do. I'm cautiously optimistic about this one. I have the Solo, a Star Wars movie that is coming out later this year.
Are you stuck up, half-witted, scruffy-looking
Nerf herder.
That's right. That scruffy-looking nerf herder and Ansel Elgort is going, or not Ansel Elgort. He was in the running. Who the hell is playing it?
Bob Dole.
Bob Sacamano is playing it. Why am
I'm Bob Dole, and he.
I'm totally blanking on this guy's name right now.
Well, obviously he's not that important.
Well, Alden Ehrenreich. Alden Ehrenreich.
What? What's his name?
Alden Ehrenreich.
Alden Ehrenreich.
Yeah, I've never seen him in anything, to be honest with you.
I don't know the name. I've never heard it.
All right,
Sounds like he's in the Gestapo.
Look,
Alden Ehrenreich.
Jamie doesn't know who this guy is either.
No.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's good, maybe he's not.
Yeah, we'll see.
But
I'll be the judge of that.
You'll be sure to let us know. I
gonna
have no doubt.
critique this guy up
we'll
and down.
we'll critique him.
Yeah.
I'm going off of the premise that
Of his oversized nipples.
I can't speak on the size of his nipples.
Ah, well.
But
Neither can
with
I.
how well Rogue One was done in the first, spin-off Star Wars movie,
Right.
I am in the camp that, despite all the problems losing directors, they lost Lord Miller as their director.
Mm-hmm.
They've had a lot of problems, reshoots, things like that. But I think that they're taking their time with this. They're doing it the right way, and I'm looking forward to seeing the Kessel Run. I'm looking forward to see Han and Chewie meeting and having Chewie's life debt to Han. I'm looking for when Han gets the Millennium Falcon. I want to see all this stuff. Do we need it necessarily? No, but we are getting it regardless. So, I want to see everything done in a cool way. So this was not on your list, Bill?
Word.
No.
No, it's not on my list. I'm not
It's on mine now.
It's on Jamie's. Look, I just sold Jamie on.
Yes.
She's going opening night.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really, I'm really not.
I like the Star Wars franchise, and whether how good or how bad the movie is, I'm just a Star Wars nut.
Yeah,
Look,
I'm not saying I wouldn't go see it, but it's just, I'm gonna go see it on a matter of circumstance. Probably, like if
All right,
I go, it'll
let's-
probably be on the third week, and I'll, listen
He's
to.
lying. We're going opening night.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on, Bill, you said the same exact thing when we were, waiting for Rogue One to come out. You were not excited for Rogue One. You
Yeah.
didn't need to see a Rogue One.
Uh-huh.
After seeing Rogue One, what did you think about it?
I thought it was very
You
good.
thought it was very good.
Yeah, but
So you set your expectations low, and then it hit high.
it did.
So is that what you're doing for this movie too?
Possibly, but then at the same time, I had a certain level. I didn't have very tall expectations for Last Jedi, but certainly,
See, that's where I got in trouble.
certainly they
Yeah.
were. They were probably they were. My expectations were higher than Rogue One. However, they were.
That's fair.
I'll just say they were higher than Rogue One. I mean, I didn't hit the ceiling on my expectations for Last Jedi, but certainly, they were slightly elevated, and just like
Chewie in there.
just like Chewie said right there, it didn't hit home for me. I mean, it was a good Disney filmy. It's a
Filmy?
good Disney. Exactly. Figure it out, pal. Come on, get
Here's
your
a guy who doesn't know how to get his point across.
Here's a guy who can't figure out syllables. So, I thought it was a good Disney film. It was not a good Star Wars film, and however, the two meet somewhere in the middle, and it's a pretty average movie. So I mean, Han Solo, you're kind of expecting now. A lot of the fill in, some of the things that were mentioned in the old trilogy and stuff, and
Yeah, I want to see the spice mines of Kessel.
yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
What kind of spices do you think they have?
It's spice that fucks you up.
like aniseed?
I don't know.
I forget what they called it. It was something special that gave you some
nutmeg?
kind of.
Well, they like don't, in the books they like chew it, don't they?
Yeah, it's like it's actually more like a powder if I remember right, but I can't remember what it was called.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
There was actually a set of books called the Han Solo trilogy.
The books have changed in the last couple of years. They set the old series aside, the non-canon books, and they've moved forward with the new set of books that are tying into the film universe. So everything that's currently being produced, books, comics, video games, is all new canon. The other stuff is called the EU, the expanded universe. So they're still drawing inspiration from stuff like you're seeing Grand Admiral Thrawn in Star Wars Rebels, things like that. That they're not necessarily doing verbatim in the in the new movies, but in the new canon they talk about spice and different things. It's a drug basically. It's like from my interpretation, and I could be wrong, it's like a tobacco type of thing.
Like a hookah?
Maybe like a hookah. I'm not sure.
Wow. Sean, I don't mean to talk about this, but did you upload the show notes? Because I am not seeing them.
To be honest with you, no.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I will do that now for you, Bill.
Thanks.
As we are continuing. But Han Solo, definitely one that I'm looking forward to. Maybe not so much Bill, but we will see.
I'll look forward to it in like week 3, but I guess you have plans of getting me out of the house.
Like a 2-week bye week here?
I guess you plan on getting me out of the house in week 1 then. I don't know.
Well,
it sounds like
it's par for the course for
right.
the things that we do.
All right.
We go see these movies early. Wow. We review them, we talk about them. It's kind of like our job.
Wow.
Not that we get paid for it or anything. But Bill, moving on down our list, one that we both are very much looking forward to is the Ready Player One film, based off of I forget the author's name of the book, a book that I read 2-3 years ago. I feel like the guy's name is like Clive or something. Very, very awesome book. I loved it. I tore through the pages of that book.
Ernest Cline.
Clive, something. Clive Barker.
Clive Owen.
But yes, Ready Player One. We've gotten a couple of trailers now.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely insane. You're seeing Easter eggs for famous characters in movies.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger is in there. There's just so much stuff flying around in the Oasis, this this virtual reality world that the film is going to be primarily set in.
Yeah.
I kind of liken it to actually a video game series that I've played and I've been playing since Christmas, the Assassin's Creed series. I'm playing Origins right now. I'm like 60 hours into it. I'm nonstop. I just can't put it down. I play like one video game a year, and this is it. Like I beat Battlefront in like 2 days, and now I as soon as I get home from work, I'm playing this game. But you're set in this world where it's a VR world, but it's all encompassing, and you can do anything that you want. Bill, talk to me about Rogue One. Or not Rogue One, Ready Player One.
Well, you kind of touched on some of the things there. This movie is, visually, I think is very stunning for, for people our age, but even of all ages. This movie, obviously has a lot of, little nuances in it from the 80s. A lot of the references are throwbacks and stuff like that.
And in the book, it's very 80s centric too, with the callbacks.
The soundtrack, the callbacks.
It's like strictly 80s.
Right.
Everything is 80s related.
Exactly.
It's the millennial hip thing.
Yeah. So if you're nostalgic and you want that throwback feel, it has that. And this movie, it's got like present makings, mixed up with with the future and stuff like that. It's kind of, it's kind of like how would you place this? Kind of like a Fast and the Furious almost. Like
I wouldn't say that because I've never watched one of those movies.
No, but it has like car races and shit like that.
Sure, it's like a Tron. Like I like Tron influences.
Yeah, I was
in
gonna
there.
say like it's like a Tron, like kind of meets like a like an action movie, like that kind of meets like iRobot in a sense. That kind of meets like, you know, every fucking movie from your childhood, so to say. And I mean childhood in the sense that I'm gonna be 33 in 2 months and or 1 month, no, like 2 months.
Youngster.
Shut the fuck up. And
Bitch must pay.
and so, you know, like everything from the 80s that we grew up with, you know, I don't mean like, you know, fucking Hey Arnold shit. I didn't grow up with that fucking bullshit. Yeah. Well, you got what, 2 years
You're
under
like
me?
a year older than me.
All right, well,
scumbag.
all right, well, I was watching fucking Ren and Stimpy. And you're fucking watching Hey Arnold, you fucking dick.
I didn't care for either one of them.
Yeah,
Well,
you
you're
didn't
old
care.
as shit.
Yeah, you're watching Columbo over there.
No, I was watching the original cartoon Transformers. Saturday morning cartoons, let me tell you, man, are not like they used to be when I was a kid.
There are no Saturday morning
No,
cartoons.
it's ridiculous.
It's a foreign, like you say, yeah, you're going to wake up this Saturday morning and watch cartoons, and the kid would say, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
And then they'd eat a Tide Pod. They have no clue. There is no perception of Saturday morning cartoons.
No, none. And I mean, even you know, when I getting older, I mean, Saturday morning cartoons moved from, you know, cartoons into you know, like Saved by the Bell, the fucking college years, and then
Japanese anime.
Now you can just watch tentacle porn on your phone. All right, we're going to continue with our list. Bill, I'm going to name a couple more. The first one that I'm going to say, I don't think this one needs much interpretation here that we both have. Deadpool 2. Yeah, with the success of the first one, how amazing it was.
Yeah.
I mean, what else do you need to say about
Nothing.
Deadpool 2? I'm going to move on. A couple of the next ones that I have, Bill does not. I have Aquaman. I really love Jason Momoa's portrayal of Aquaman in Justice League.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing what they do in a standalone movie. I did have New Mutants on this list, but we're going to get into that later. This is not actually coming out in 2018 anymore. We will circle back around to that later. But another one that is coming out this year that Bill also does not have on his list is the Venom standalone movie.
yeah, not that I'm not excited for that. You know, I am a big Spider-Man fan and the entire culture. But I just have some reservations with this being a you know, a Sony movie that's, you know, that felt very rushed into. You know, you go from no plans of a Venom movie into all of a sudden you have actors signed on board. You have a movie that's
Tom Hardy,
greenlit, ready to go. And
Bill, I'm gonna possibly sell you on Venom a little bit
Okay.
more because there is, you know, speculation. And from a trusted source that I'm aware of, Tom Holland, who portrays Peter Parker, Spider-Man in the current MCU,
right.
will be reprising his role in the Venom film.
Okay.
Not as Spider-Man, but as Peter Parker.
Okay.
Originally, they said that, you know, there would be no crossover, no involvement in that. But earlier in the week, some of the execs came out and said that these Sony solo spin-off films are MCU quote-unquote adjunct movies, to where they're a part of the universe, but they're not specifically tailored to the universe.
Yeah.
So I think things that happen within the MCU will still have an impact in these Sony movies. You're having Venom, you're having
So they'll
Silver
influence the
Black.
storyline, maybe in a
They're still
subtle
going to be
way.
set in
Yeah.
the world without having to delve
Right.
into it too much.
I got you.
But I think a lot of you know, speculation going on about how just Venom becomes Venom. Obviously, we have Infinity War this year.
It's how
Maybe-
Jesus becomes Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know how that ties in.
Yeah.
Big Reddit theory going around during the events of Infinity War this year. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, encounters the Venom symbiote
Spider-Man.
while out in space.
Yeah.
Somehow brings it back to Earth, and then, you know, when he meets up with Eddie Brock in Venom, that he is supposed to be in, it goes on to Eddie Brock.
Boom.
Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't, but I think there has to be Tom Holland has to be in this Venom movie. There has to be a connection to Spider-Man. And B, I think that theory is actually a perfect way to mend the two together, because you cannot have a Venom movie without Spider-Man in it. Venom would not be Venom if Spider-Man were not involved. He would not have the same shape. He would not look the same way. He would not think the same way. Venom would not be Venom without Spider-Man. So you have to have them tie in together somehow. And I think this, or a version of that, is the absolute perfect way to do that. And
Aquaman, it's Spider-Man underwater.
It
Boom.
sure is. It sure is.
Moving on.
The next one that we both have on our list is a new Predator movie.
Predator
movie.
Predator.
Bill, last year at the not well received convention that we went to, we won't mention their name. Jake Busey was there, who is actually starring in this film. I got a chance to talk with Jake for a few minutes. He did a show intro for us that we play every now and then. But I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. Predators was not a very good movie. It had some redeeming qualities, but overall not a very good movie. I think the trailers that were shown were very misleading, because the stuff that happened in that did not actually happen in the movie. But set in this universe, I'm looking forward to this one. What do you think?
I'm right there with you. It's a fucking Predator movie. I mean, we've waited, obviously many years right now for another Predator movie, and everything that's coming out is that this is the one that you've been waiting for. So Shane Black, who we obviously know, he was in the original Predator movie, and directed movies such as Iron Man 3. Is manning the helm with this movie. So I'm expecting some good things to come out of this movie. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
One ugly motherfucker.
See, that was a quick add to the board there, because it wasn't on the board. I just did it on the fly.
You know who was originally playing the Predator?
No.
In the original '87 Predator movie before he got fired, right?
No.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh.
But he was apparently very difficult to work with, and they fired him.
And Predator didn't do any martial arts,
right?
So you could tell it wasn't him.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. This is one that I have that you don't, Bill. I'm half upset at myself for having this on the list, because the last handful of X-Men movies have not been good. But I do have Dark Phoenix on this list. I'm excited to see the cast set in the 90s.
Well, you're just a sucker.
Yeah, they keep stealing my money, and I keep going back.
Yeah.
I don't really want to touch on this one too much more, to be honest with you.
Then
it's on my list, but meh. Another one, next one, Cloverfield 3, whatever it's going to be called, we don't know.
It's supposed to be God Particle.
It's supposed to be God Particle.
I would say as long as the premise doesn't change too much, because I mean, honestly, I like the plot of the story, and for somebody who hasn't been, somebody who's completely followed the Cloverfield stories, and has not invested their time 100% into that franchise. This movie stood out to me, and I was looking forward to it. So hopefully there aren't any major changes, and it's just a matter of title and date mashup, and we'll go from there.
Word on the street is that we're supposed to be getting a teaser this coming week. The movie is supposed to be coming out soon, but it got pushed back. We're going to talk about it a little bit later.
Apparently got pushed back to 420 when Super Troopers 2 is coming out.
You just ruined our movie segment story for that. Son of a bitch. All right, one that I have...
Well, maybe everybody's just really high right now, and they won't remember that we just said that.
Maybe. Bill, I got Super Troopers 2. A Red Band trailer just came out for this one the other night.
Yeah.
Whether you enjoyed the trailer or not, I have a really good feeling that this is not going to fall into the trap of a comedy sequel that just falls flat on its face.
Why do you think that?
A la Anchorman 2. Dumb and Dumber 2. Zoolander 2. Joe Dirt 2.
Anchorman 2. Caddyshack 2.
I just think that because of the comedy stylings of the Broken Lizard guys. They're a troupe, Bill, not a TROOP, a TROUP,
like a vaudeville.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
A traveling band of miscreants.
Okay.
Now they've been working together for
Circus
well over
folk.
20 years. They do stand up together. They do
Small
live shows
hands
together.
smell like cabbage.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's going to be a lot of the same beats that you've seen in the first one as you see in the trailer. But I'm very much looking for. I love Super Troopers is one of my favorite comedies of all time. I'm so
Pooper
much looking
Scoopers?
No, not Pooper Scoopers. Super Troopers. All right, fuck you, Bill. All right, another one.
Fuck you.
My last one on the
Fuck
list.
you.
Yeah, that's right. I got Creed 2.
Apollo who?
Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed.
What do you think about Creed 2? This is not on the list.
No, it wasn't on my list. Because honestly, I think this movie's gonna suck. I like the first one, but I think Yeah, no. I think this movie's not gonna be that great. I think. I think. Shut the fuck up. Jamie's gonna love my list.
Shut the f*** up!
Exactly. I think Creed 2 is gonna suffer a little bit because, whoa, hey, you got empty beer bottles, not empty.
It's a can.
Whatever. Gold Jack.
When you can't tell the difference between a can and a bottle, you've had too much.
I'll tell you when too much is too much. Okay, Mr. Not Enough? Yeah. Yeah. Listen.
I got a bad feeling about this.
So, I think Creed 2 is not going to be that great because you have the whole...
Don't get it too much in depth because I have a story about it. And don't ruin our movie segment even more.
I don't know what you have
You
on.
looked at it earlier.
I skimmed.
Nah, it's not my fault.
So... Fine, then I will...
Do you want to say it or not, Bill?
I will just leave it right there, and then when we get to the fucking movie segment, we can hash it out, okay?
All right, yeah, we'll hash it out.
Yeah, we'll fucking hash it out.
All right.
God, fucking
Bill, let's get to your list. You just have 4 that were not a part of mine that you agreed with.
Yeah.
4.
Bill,
you have some movie called Blockers.
Yeah.
What is this about?
It's about these parents who...
I mean, I know what it's about.
Oh, do you? Because
it's about cock blocking.
You
Bill.
fucking shit on my fucking list.
It's about cock blocking.
Fucking Hall & Oates shit on my list. Because you're shit. You're shit. Shit on my list.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
So it's about these parents who team up after they find out about their kid's plan to have sex and lose their virginity on prom night, and they go out trying to cock block, basically. So it sounds like a funny movie. What's her name? Leslie Mann is in it. She's Judd Apatow's wife, and honestly, I think she's hilarious when she's in movies. And I
like her in 40 Over. Again.
Yeah. No, not 4-year-old.
She was in 40 Over, and she's the girl who throws up.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be named Dan, because Dan is a man, and men are...
I thought you were thinking of This Is 40, because she's funny in that, too.
Yeah.
And, I mean, she's just like like a loudmouth bitch, but, I mean, she's...
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, but she's a little more intelligent, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, the shit that she says, turns me on a little bit, so yeah, I like her.
Bill likes getting smacked around at home and yelled at.
Exactly.
That's why he's married to his wife. Bill, the next one.
All right, moving along.
Bill,
she knows how to make me submissive.
Bill, you have a film that is very interesting on here.
Yeah.
I've not heard of this until you talked about it before we came to the show.
That's why it's the Cinescape.
Exactly.
This is called Poop Talk.
Poop Talk.
What?
Talk to me about Poop Talk.
Poop Talk is a docu-comedy about exactly what you think.
Bill, you got a phone call. We should put this guy on air. Who is it?
It's not a guy. It's my wife.
Oh.
Should we put my wife on there?
Never mind.
She's...
Talk to me about Poop Talk again.
You can give her the studio line number, and she can call the studio directly.
Yeah. I should just hung up. We could call her from the studio line.
Is that gonna be a collect call?
I don't know. is it a Sprint 3-2-1 or whatever?
It's 10-10-2-12.
I have no idea.
Um,
Mike said all that, but I haven't the
Yeah, I
slightest
asked
clue.
you to accept charges, Jamie. Say no.
Poop Talk is a docu-comedy about exactly what you think it is. It is all poop-related talk and stuff like that. It is basically a mashup of you have like medical experts and stuff like that, and you have comedians coming together. And I don't really know too much more about it other than that, and I'm down to see it basically.
Do you know who? Like, is there anybody?
As far as some of the comedians go, you got like Nikki Glazer, Nick Swardson, Rob Corddry. Just a few off the top of my head. There's there's a ton of other comics that you see them, you recognize them and stuff like that. So it's a little short movie, and it's probably going to be something pretty funny to just check out.
All right, look for Poop Talk on a X-rated theater near you. Bill, you also have Death Wish.
Yeah.
On your list.
Yeah. So I mean, if you remember,
is Bruce Willis in this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a remake of the
who is it?
70s classic.
What's his name?
Bronson.
Yeah,
Charles
yeah,
Bronson.
Charles
Bronson. Yeah, you're going to not a very good Bronson impression, but obviously better than most our age. But this is a remake with Bruce Willis in the driver's seat, and honestly, like, I think it's just something that this movie wasn't a big movie even when it came out, so for it to come out now, like, I think it's going to hold its own, just in its own regards. But I think Bruce Willis, you haven't seen this guy act in a few years, at least in anything, prominent. Even the last few Die Hard movies he made weren't that Die Hardish. So I think this is going to be something that, puts him in a type of realm where, like, he really gets to kick some like Gerard Butler type ass. And, I'm pumped for that.
All right. The last one that you have on your list to finish this one out, Bill.
Yeah.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah.
Before you get into your reasoning why, I did not really enjoy Jurassic World. I was let down. Didn't find it very good. It had some good moments, but overall I thought it was a lacking film. I wasn't impressed, especially after waiting such a long time to see it.
Listen, I'll say this. I mean, look, at half that list right there was one franchise in itself, the Marvel franchise, right? And so, there's other stuff coming out over the next year. I mean, we have a Fantastic Beasts movie that's coming out. I mean, obviously,
Grindelwald.
Fucking Grundle. Obviously that could have been on someone's list. There's
Not mine.
No. There's a Bumblebee movie coming out, Transformers movie. And so I think when I look at the franchises that are coming out, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World is one where it's still prominent enough where I'm going to go see it because it's fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah, I'm going to see it because I'm an asshole.
Yeah, and it's going to bite somebody's fucking head off and shit and tear some body in half, and some kids are going to be, like, on the loose, scared for their life. And I think there's redemption in the franchise to still, keep this in a direction that's forward and positive, whereas, I look at some of the other ones and it's like, okay, well, Fantastic Beasts, I don't really know. I know, like, of it a little bit, but, I don't really see that as big as, like, Harry Potter. Bumblebee, okay, I get, like, he's been a favorable character the past few
He doesn't say
years. Yeah, but, I mean, like, as far as that goes, like, okay, I'm kind of done with Transformers. So, I think there's more upside to a movie about dinosaurs, such as Jurassic World.
All right, we're going to talk more Jurassic World later.
Oh, did you
on
see?
in the show.
They're making a pop out of him?
Yeah, where he's laying down, he's got, like, no shirt on. Yeah, it's awesome.
You going to get it?
Maybe. We'll see.
Definitely.
All right, well, we are going to get into our TV Buzz segment this week, Bill.
Yeah.
Bill, I'm going to shock you again. Oh, there you go. Where we're going to highlight some of the biggest news stories and open it up for some discussion here.
Shocking. I have a taser in the cabinet.
Bill's experienced that, but well, actually, Bill's used it on Mike before.
Ooh.
Kinky.
Yeah, it was funny. He dropped to the floor like a sack of shit. That was great. Bill, 90s cartoon fans will be excited to know that Hulu has acquired the rights to the 90s series Animaniacs. The full library will be available on Hulu with 2 brand new seasons also being ordered. Hulu will also add Pinky and the Brain and the Tiny Toon Adventures to their library. What do you think about this one, guys?
Yeah, I mean, I loved Animaniacs when I was a kid. So I mean, yeah, it's great. You
want to see more? You want to see new stuff, Bill?
I don't really care. I mean, I think if you got Hulu, that's great. I mean, you get to turn it on and watch some old episodes. But
if I had Hulu, I'd watch it. But I'm not going to get Hulu just to watch this.
Yeah, no.
I'll.
It's an added bonus, but I'm not. Yeah.
That's cool though. I'm glad they're bringing it back for some of the younger generations here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I've got Hulu at home. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Did you watch The Runaways yet?
Actually, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. I heard it's actually pretty good.
I heard it was really good.
I'll check that one out.
Checked it out. Maybe I can get somebody who knows somebody who has it. Bill, do you have our notes? I put it up in the drop box. I'll read our next story as you're looking for that. I forgot to mention that to you. I thought I facially verbalized it too.
Was that I thought it was like a palsy twitch.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
I've been keeping that.
Yeah, I got him here.
Bill, American Horror Story creator Ryan Murphy has revealed that the upcoming 8th season of the show will be set sometime in the future. Per Ryan Murphy's interview, it takes place in the future. Murphy revealed, it's still topical, but set in the future, which I've never done. I think people will like it. What do you think about a semi-futuristic American Horror Story season?
I guess you can only go up from after this season. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but we're on the same page about where this season
sucked.
Oh God, don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
hated it.
Unfortunately, we started out, committed to it, and we were watching it week after week.
I watched the whole season.
Did you really?
The last 2 or 3, I binged in one night after not watching it for like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah,
it was terrible.
Yeah, I stopped watching it.
So maybe a semi-futuristic American Horror Story. Maybe there'll be flying cars and eating Tide Pods or something.
Yeah.
Moving along, Bill, do you have our next one?
I do. So Starz has announced a John Wick TV series in partnership with Lionsgate TV titled The Continental. The series will be set in the world created in the film series and will see Keanu Reeves as an executive producer. Reeves will also reprise his role as John Wick and is expected to appear on screen at some point.
Now, this is a movie about Keanu Reeves as John Wick
TV.
a series where he's a breakfast waiter, right?
Yeah.
A continental breakfast. Get it?
Yeah. Wow.
I still haven't seen John Wick 2.
No?
Still haven't seen it yet. I want to.
What are you waiting for?
It's actually pretty good.
I'm fucking up in life.
Yeah,
I guess.
figure it out.
Was it good?
Yeah.
It was good.
It was good, Jamie?
Yes, it was. I enjoyed it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to watch it.
Check it out.
I like the first one. Bill, read our next one.
Okay. Despite a rating dip during Season 8, The Walking Dead has been renewed for a 9th season on AMC. Showrunner Scott Gimple has been removed from his duties in favor of Angela Kang, who's been a writer on the series since 2011.
Angela who?
Kang! Kang!
Now, Bill, I know you don't watch The Walking Dead. I do. This season so far, I thought the beginning of the season, like the first 2 episodes, were really, really good. Very action-packed. And then the last bunch of episodes really trailed off and got boring. Has been the par for the course over the last bunch of seasons, majority. I gotta hope that this the showrunner shakeup here is going to be for the better.
Yeah.
Move it along.
Right.
Let's not repeat the same beats again. Let's not have the same things happening in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
Change it up.
Do you like potato sticks?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I like hot fries too.
Hot fries?
Yeah, I like hot fries.
Yeah. Do you like
Come on, spit it out.
do you like dinosaurs?
I do. You know what else I like? That a Party of Five reboot is in the works.
Yeah,
Original series creators developing a pilot for Freeform.
God, no.
The reboot of the 90s Fox drama from writer, executive producers Chris Kaiser and Amy Lipman.
Nev Campbell's probably real loose.
The Buendia siblings as they navigate daily life struggles to survive as a family unit after their parents are suddenly deported back to Mexico.
The what siblings?
The Buendias.
The Buenditos.
No, Buendias.
Buendias.
Not Buenditos. They're not Banditos.
The Buenvenidos.
Bill, Party 5. What do you think? Yay or nay?
Party of Five was a little too adult for me when I was a kid, growing up.
Yeah.
And so I didn't
good, though.
fully understand the sexual undertones until I had a little bit more pubic hair down there. And then I was like, oh, I know what they're doing. So, yeah, I don't really care.
No, I don't really care either.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, no! All right, well, that does it for our TV Buzz. We are going to flip the script and change the focus to the world of film news. Bill, this is one that just dropped last night as a teaser trailer for the new
fantastic
Crocodile Dundee sequel.
Crocodile Dundee.
Titled, Jamie, did you see this yet?
No.
No, you're looking really excited. Last night was the new teaser trailer for the new Crocodile Dundee sequel titled Dundee. The son of a legend returns home. Even stranger than the announcement, Jamie, is the news of the film's star in Danny McBride. That's right, Danny McBride. Speaking to People, McBride spoke on the film saying, I'm not going to lie to you. It's to be the real Crocodile Dundee, I think 95% of it is the vest, and 5% of it is just being able to not fall and stay on your feet. So if you guys have checked out our Facebook page or Twitter earlier today, we posted that to check it out. There's just a short 38-second teaser trailer. Bill, what did you think about it?
It literally was short, and it was a tease. However,
I was very teased.
I was uber teased.
Yes.
I was pre-cum teased. But needless to say,
Billy.
Danny McBride as fucking Croc Dundee.
He could do anything. Like, if they announced that in Star Wars Episode 9 that he was going to take over for Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, like his Force Ghost, I wouldn't give a shit. He could play anything, and I would think he was awesome.
Yeah.
I just love the man. I love you, Danny.
This should be very, very interesting.
Look, next week, Danny McBride is coming in. Wouldn't that be some shit? That'd be great.
Would be great.
Maybe someday.
We'd have just like Mountain Dew everywhere, and we'd just talk Kenny Powers and shit.
Well, once we get big.
Yeah.
Bigger.
Yeah, like hung.
Yeah, real hung. Like sagging on the floor.
Yeah, like fucking BBC hung.
As far as a crocodile,
not British comedy either.
No. As far as a Crocodile Dundee movie goes, like, I don't really give a shit. Is Paul Hogan still alive?
I think he's dead.
He's dead?
Let's check.
All right, well, if he's dead...
I don't think so.
All right, well, if he is dead, he's not going to reprise his role. But if he's still alive, maybe he will. We're going to check on that as they are. Warner Brothers...
Hold on. Did you ever wonder if Paul Hogan was related to Hulk Hogan back in the early days?
No, because Hulk Hogan isn't his real name.
I know, but they both looked similar.
What, because they have blonde hair?
Yeah.
And they have a large stature?
Yeah.
That's racist, Bill. Racist against whites. Warner Brothers Studios has appointed Walter Hamada as the new head of DC Films. Hamada previously oversaw production for films such as The Conjuring and the It reboot of sorts for New Line Cinema. Bill, what do you think about a new runner of the DC movie franchise? Whatever the hell they're going to call it now. It's not the DCEU anymore.
Dude, I'm still done with this.
It's throwing
shit,
darts
man.
against the
like,
dartboard.
dude, they gotta.
Much.
Yeah, it's tiresome, bro. It's like, but at the same time, I've just kind of given up like caring about it really, because from a business aspect, like it's just obvious they don't have their shit together still, and like they're still going through this whole figuring it out type shit. So I'm just honestly at this point I'm just going along for the ride and just hey, just let's see what you have, and I'm not really invested in this shit.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I'm just gonna go and like see the movie for what it is, and I'm not really getting involved in the hype and stuff like that because it's not something that is I feel like it's sticking.
Speaking of it, which I just bought on Blu-ray last week and watched again with my wife, still very scary. After I actually read the book recently, and then after watching the new movie, reading the book, and then watching the movie again, I definitely had a lot of gripes with.
Did you watch Dark Tower?
No, not yet.
No. See, that's the thing is like I watched Dark Tower a couple weeks ago.
I want to read that book.
That's
a series. There's like 7
and
books.
I thought the movie was really good.
See,
and a lot of people
I
shit
watch
on
it though. And it's Idris Elba's in it.
Yeah,
How's it gonna be bad?
and honestly, there was ties into.
I know
Pennywise.
there's an Easter egg in there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it's funny because like as I was watching it, like. Yeah, I don't know like a lot about Pennywise and stuff like that, but I do know like that he comes from a like an alternate reality in a sense, like a alternate universe. And
he's out there.
Yeah,
he's out there, Bill.
And what you kind of get out of that Dark Tower movie is the fact that like Pennywise, like in the It movies and stuff like that. And the Pennywise Easter egg that's in Dark Tower,
he blew the whole circus away.
They, these things kind of operate on different levels because there are these different universes that that are written into the whole Stephen King universe. So
in reading the It novel, I mean, there's a lot of Easter eggs to many different Stephen King novels. I mean, there's mentions of Shawshank Prison, a lot of different things. Really cool. Definitely, one of the greatest reads that I've had. I recommend it. It's a lengthy novel, but it's very fulfilling. As we're talking about it, I did buy that Blu-ray. We did run a contest to get a digital download code for the movie. We wanted to let everybody know that our winner for that was a gentleman named Tony Onyx. He followed the rules. Our rules were to just give us a review on iTunes and then take a screenshot of his review and post it to our Facebook page, which he did. So, Tony, after the show later tonight, I will be sending you the promo code. If you guys are interested in these kinds of contests, make sure you stay tuned to our Facebook and Twitter pages because we do things like this. Whenever we buy these Blu-rays, we're always giving away the promo codes, just asking for a quick review on iTunes, something easy. Make sure you do that. So thank you, Tony, for giving us a review and winning that promo code. Bill, I'm going to throw it back to you for the next story.
Okay.
While he's looking, for the record, Paul Hogan is still alive and kicking and living in Santa Barbara.
Well, he's going to be in the new sequel. He's going to be Danny McBride's dad.
Beautiful. All right. Well, DC's Shazam has been given a release date of April 19th, 2019. Zachary Levi will star as the titular character alongside antagonist Mark Strong as Dr. Savannah, one of Shazam's biggest enemies. How you feeling about the Shazam?
I don't know a lick of shit about Shazam.
Yeah, me neither.
I really don't care about this movie at all. Maybe The Rock's going to be it as Black Adam. They're supposed to do a Black Adam solo movie, but apparently that's not happening anymore. Maybe he's going to pop in this one. I really don't care. Zachary Levi's a good actor. I've seen him in a number of things. Fine. Anything else? I don't think we have anything else to add to this one. We're going to stay in the DC world here, as the upcoming Flashpoint film has found not one but two directors in John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein. The pair recently served as co-writers on Spider-Man Homecoming, which had like 6 different co-writers. Bill, this is one of these DC movies that have gone through a number of rewrites, script changes, director changes. I can say that we both thought that Flash was one of the better parts of the Justice League film. But are you still excited about a solo Flash movie?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. I think I just hope some things don't get lost in translation in a Flashpoint movie. I mean, one of the big talks is that they plan on using Flashpoint to possibly reset, the Batman character and franchise. And
bring in Jake Gyllenhaal as Batman?
Yeah, and, there's obviously a lot of speculation going on there. So I just hope that if that is the plan and stuff, I just hope that Flash doesn't suffer as a character and his storyline takes a back seat to...
But couldn't you see that happening with the way that the DC universe
absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I'm just saying that I hope that's not the case and that they can still, maybe find a way to accomplish everything that they would like to do without, certain things suffering, obviously.
Yeah, I totally agree. I want to see a Flash movie done right. I think a solo Flash movie being something like a Flashpoint, where, like Bill, you just said that they're going to be altering the universe to change things. That's not doing the character service. It's not doing the character justice. It's a way to course correct, like X-Men: Days of Future Past, where you're changing current events by going back, time travel kind of thing. This is just telling of Warner Brothers and DC as a whole, that they really just don't have, everything nailed down the way they want. Hopefully, with the introduction of Walter Hamada, like we talked about earlier, he's going to course correct and make things better. But if they're still going to continue with the storyline, I really don't think that's going to be the case anytime soon. We're going to switch over from DC to the Marvel world. Despite the impending deal between Fox and Disney that we talked about before the end of the new year, Fox is continuing to move forward with the more X-Men films. Oh no, something popped up on my screen. As a Kitty Pryde solo film is now being developed by Deadpool director Tim Miller. No word on a synopsis or casting has been available as yet. Phil, what do you think about a Kitty Pryde solo movie? Pass on that one.
Kitty, pass.
Played by Ellen Page in the X universe. Really hasn't done too much in terms of the film's plot. She did send Wolverine back in time in Days of Future Past. Even though that's not really one of her powers, she went back in time herself in the comics.
All the fucking women clamoring for a fucking movie, solo movie and shit.
Hashtag me too.
And this is the one that fucking gets one, like, how many years after she started one? Like, she was like,
when you don't care about it.
She was like 15 in like the first movie she was in, and nobody cared about her then, and nobody's gonna care about her now.
Well, she was Juno.
Okay. Moving on.
Wow.
So Bill's got nothing good to say about this.
So the Milan Gambit film has lost another director in Gore Verbinski, as he has pulled out of directorial duties. The film has been pushed back now from its February 14th.
I wrote 2-2 in this. Did you see that?
No.
It says 2-2.
It's been pushed back from its February 14th, 2019 release date to
2-2.
June 7th, with Channing Tatum still on board to play Gambit. Also getting new release dates are Deadpool 2, which was moved up 2 weeks to May 18th, 2018, and New Mutants, which was pushed back 10 months to February 22nd, 2019. And also my colonoscopy, which was pushed back 3 weeks to February 18th, 2018.
I heard they plugged up all colonoscopy dates. Bill, on my Oh, God. On my most anticipated list, I did have New Mutants on there after we got that first trailer.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's a straight-up horror movie. But they, like you said, they just pushed it back 10 months, apparently to make the quote-unquote film scarier. I don't think that's actually the case. I think that's a bunch of shit. I think
Bullshit.
I think a lot of it has to do with the Fox Disney deal that's going. It's going to take well over a year to go through. But I think Fox is still
It's gonna be great
in the game of announcing films and getting started on production of films.
China,
because I don't know about China.
China,
because if you look at the way that the deal is structured and the way that
the art
Fox
of the deal.
and Disney's sharing deal is structured, Fox has rights to X-Men films as long as they're in production of them for an X amount of time. I get it, X amount of time. There is still a chance that the FCC could block this deal between Marvel and Disney. If they do, Fox gets to $2 billion regardless. But still, if
it's huge.
If they just today stop making X-Men films, and then the deal fell through 2 years later, they would still lose the rights and they would revert back to Disney. So with that, they're still going to be quote unquote in production of these movies. I would probably bet Gambit does not happen at all. That I guarantee that film will not happen at all.
Yeah, I mean, like at this point, like I'm kind of
obviously Deadpool 2 is going to happen.
Yeah,
I don't see a Kitty Pryde movie happening at all. And they put out a trailer for New Mutants already. It's still going to happen, and I think it's going to be really good. But I don't, based on the other ones. Yeah, I don't think they really care too much about it.
I don't care.
I don't know, and I don't care. But we're going to stick on the solo female superhero film thing here, as a Black Widow film is reportedly in the works for Marvel Studios, with writer-director Jack Schaefer tasked to pen the script. Where the film takes place in the MCU timeline has not been revealed. Bill, do you think it is too far into the game to have a solo Black Widow movie?
I don't think it's too far for general audiences. However, I feel like the the longtime fan bases would probably say it's overdue. I would say it's overdue for her. I would have liked to have seen a Black Widow movie
5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean,
or right after Age of Ultron, where they started getting
Age of Ultron, or at least Winter Soldier, like in that time period, right then and there.
Where they went over some of her backstory.
I mean, I think her solo movie would have been perfect right around that time frame. Because obviously they touched on her backstory, and there was a sour taste from Age of Ultron in a lot of fans' mouths, and I think a Black Widow solo movie probably would have been something to detract at that time, and would have been a nice lead into Winter Soldier. So
I'm of the opinion that it's too far into the game. I think you should have had this film years ago. It would have more of an impact. If you're going to do like an origin movie for her, like, that's not going to fit into the continuity that we have now.
Unless they do a movie where, it focuses on the past at this point, like it doesn't take place currently in the current events, and maybe it somehow, ties up loose ends in events that happened in the past. But I don't know.
All right. Well, we are going to forego our last couple of stories, get into our strange stories, and get rid of this show.
Yeah, pretty much everything we had anyway was...
Bill, Lindsay Lohan has taken to social media to campaign for a role as Batgirl in the DC film universe, asking people to retweet if she should play the role, where she actually got over 5,000 tweets.
Wow. Well, former Jackass star Bam Margera was arrested recently for a DUI in California. Margera failed a sobriety test and was released a day later.
Disney has come under fire for their brown-facing and background extras for the upcoming Aladdin live-action remake. White actors were said to have their faces painted in brown paint in order to look more Middle Eastern. Disney responded with an apology of sorts.
Marvel's Stan Lee has been accused of sexual harassment by multiple women, including a former at-home nurse tasked to take care of Mr. Lee.
You don't have to read the quote.
All right. Well, then, yeah, he didn't do it.
Nah. A California driver is busted for using a Chucky doll in a carpool lane. Over the weekend, the Contra Costa Police Department shared a hilarious video of a Chucky doll belted into the front passenger seat of a car, noting that a driver had brought Chucky up to the front seat in hopes that it'd be allowed to have her drive in the carpool lane. This seriously happened today, said the department. Captioned in a photo on Facebook, they added, "Hilarious, A for effort, and here's your carpool ticket." And finally, Bill.
Samuel L. Jackson recently revealed why his on-screen death in Jurassic Park was never shown. Per Jackson, he said, "I was actually supposed to go to Hawaii to shoot my death scene, but there was a hurricane that destroyed all the sets, so I didn't go. That's why all you see is the residue of my body, my arm, but yeah, I was supposed to be on set."
And that does it for our strange
Hold on to your
stories.
butts.
Absolutely. As we are getting out of here tonight, we wanted to thank you for getting us such a great 2017. We finished the month of December with over 17,000 downloads for our show.
Wow.
We want to continue to make that better and better each month, so make sure you are sharing our shows on Facebook, on Twitter. Make sure you're subscribed to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, our shows on YouTube, wherever you can find us. We also wanted to thank Tony Onyx for entering and winning our It giveaway contest. In 2 weeks from now, we have a very special guest by the name of what, Bill?
Ryan O'Flanagan, stand-up comedian, also does videos on funnyordie.com. You might know him also from American Vandal on Netflix.
Hashtag Who Drew the Dicks.
Holy Snoops, holy Snoops, holy Snoops.
Yes,
totally
we're very
Krobus.
excited to have him on in 2 weeks. Tomorrow is the big NFC divisional round of our NFC championship game in the playoffs. Our Philadelphia Eagles will be taking on the Minnesota Vikings. We're going to kick their asses. We wanted to let you guys know that we're going to be ready for the Super Bowl. So get ready for that. For myself, Sean Harrigan, for Bill Tozzi, for Jamie here. Have a great night, and thanks for watching.
Fly, Eagles, fly, on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly, score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly.